In this section, we'll talk about some more complex objects in AutoCAD drawings. While these two lines look similar, they are different in the way they have been created. This line has been created with the line command, and this line has been created with the polyline command. And so we refer to them as objects. The difference between these two objects is the fact that, for instance, this object here is made up of multiple elements, this one, and this one, and this one, and so on, while this object is made up of a singular element. This was done with the line command. This was done with the polyline command using the same procedure with absolute coordinates, but with different commands. Let's practice this by giving the line command and enter, and giving the coordinates 50, 50 and enter, and then the coordinate 100, 100, and we want to draw one more line, so it will be 150, 50 and enter, and tap enter again to finish the line command. The line command has helped me to draw these two lines, even though I only used the command once. I only typed it once. It helped me to draw these two separate segments. So I can click individually on these segments, and if I want to, I can delete them or edit them in any way. Now let's draw the polyline version of this object. So give the P-line command and enter. Then give the coordinates 150, 50 and enter. Then 200 and 100 and enter. Then 250, 50 and tap enter twice to finish the polyline command. And as you can see, these two lines are separate segments, and this is a full object. So these are separate objects, while this is one object. This is one of the differences between the line command and the polyline command. A property of the polyline command is that you can draw different types of line elements. For example, you can draw straight lines, or you can draw arcs in the same command. So type in the P-line command for polyline and give the coordinates 50, 250 and enter. Then add 50, 0 and enter to create a straight line, horizontal line. And now to create the arc, I can see here in the command line, I can select one of these properties of the polyline. I can select the arc command. Whilst I've selected the arc command, I already have my first point of the arc. Remember, the arc can be drawn by 3 points or by specifying different elements of the arc. So I give the first point here, and then it asks for the next one, and I would like to give it the center, so I select the center here for the center of the arc, and it's waiting for the coordinates. Give the coordinates at 25, 0 to specify the arc center point, and now it's waiting for the last point of the arc, and I can go here and select the angle option, and now it's waiting for an angle. Type in 80 degrees and enter, And now it created the arc for me, and it's continuous, so it's waiting for the next arc to be drawn. Or I can go here and select from the options the line option to continue to draw a straight line. I type in add 50, 0, enter, and tap enter again to finish the polyline command. And as I hover my mouse over the object, you can see that even though we have 3 elements here, they are all in one object, which is a polyline object. Another feature of the polyline command is the fact that it can change the line width. So let's give the polyline the PLINE command and enter, and give the coordinates 250 and 250. And I want to draw a horizontal line but with a different thickness. So to do that, I press W and enter. Now I have to specify the thickness that I want. So I'll specify the thickness of 1, enter, and 1, enter. And as you can see, the thickness preview has changed to a thicker line. And I wrote in at 50, 0 and enter to draw a thicker line. And now I want to draw another line, but this time I want the thickness to vary from the start to the finish. So I'll tap W again, enter, and now I'll specify the thickness of 3, enter, and 0, enter. Give it at 25, 0 and double tap the enter key to finish drawing what has become an arrow. So this is how you can use the polyline command to do different types of lines. Another command that we may encounter whilst using the software is the SPLINE command. And the SPLINE command allows drawing of more advanced curves. So give the command SPLINE, and now I want to give the first coordinate, and that is 250, 200. Enter. Now I'll give the second point as 275, 225 and enter. Now 300, 200 and enter. 325, 175, enter. Then 350, 200 and double tap enter to finish the command. And it created a special line for me here, a curve, which when I click on it, you can see I have some control points on the outside. And this is based on the way I draw the line. This is with the control points, with the line through the control points, and I have another mode of drawing this with the line fitted on the control points. So let's try the second kind of spline and see how that works. So give the SPLINE command again and enter. And from the command line, select method. And from the method option, select fit. We'll give the same coordinates. So 250, 200, enter. And you will see how it differs from one mode to another. Next one will be 275, 225. And you can already see the difference. Then 300, 200 and enter. 325, 175 and enter. And 350, 200 and double tap the enter key to finish the command. And our first command was giving with the control points outside of the curve, as you can see. And in the second case, the control points are on the line. So depending on your precision, how you want to create this type of curve, you have these two options to use with the spline command. Let's talk about circles. So in order to draw a circle, you need the coordinate of the origin point, and then you need a radius for that circle. This is the simplest way to draw the circle. So let's give the circle command. Then it asks for the coordinates of the origin point. I'll give it 300 and 150 and enter. And now it asks for the radius. Gave it a radius of 10 and enter. And this is a circle created for us with the origin point and a radius. Another way to draw the circle is to give it the diameter instead of the radius. So circle 330, 150, enter to give the origin point. And now to choose the diameter, I tap D enter on the keyboard to switch from the radius input to the diameter input. And I gave the diameter of 20 and tapped enter to get the same circle size. But in this case, I used the origin point and the radius, and in this case, I used origin point and diameter depending on what you have at your disposal at a certain point when you want to draw a circle. Depending on the situation, you may want to draw a different type of circle. So if you type in the circle command, see enter, you will find a lot of options here for a 2-point circle and a 3-point circle, and this here, which is the tangent, tangent and radius. So click on this tangent, tangent and radius, and I can click on some geometry, like for example this circle, and then on the other circle to give the two tangencies, and now I can give the radius to be, for example, 5 and enter, and it drew for me the circle which is tangent to both of the other circles and has a radius that I given from the keyboard. So sometimes I need to snap to a certain part of a circle when using, for example, the line command. So give the line command, and now if I have my snaps turned off, I can only select via my keyboard command. So I want to snap to a center of the circle, so type in CN and then go to the vicinity of the center of a circle, and you can see it highlights the center, and I can click to start my line command exactly from the center of the circle. I can do that with the tangency command as well, TAN, enter, and go to the vicinity of a circle, and it will it will snap to the tangent, so it will be tangent to that circle. Also, I can snap to something called the quadrant, which is the top, bottom, left and rightmost part of the circle, and I can do that using the QUAD enter command, and I can snap to the various parts of the circle, as you can see. And that is most helpful when I want to draw more complex geometry. I can snap to those particular places on the circle, tap enter again to finish the line command. And these are some of the features that are included with the circles. Let's do a drawing exercise, and we have here an outline that starts from this point here. It has some arcs which are all dimensioned to be with the radius of 20, and we have some circles which are all dimensioned to be with a diameter of 20, here, and this is an object drawn with the polyline command, and these are circles drawn with the circle command. So let's start drawing. So give the spline command and the initial point 30,50 to start. Now we have to go to the right 130,0 enter, then A enter for arc. Now we have to select to give the center of the arc CE enter. Then we have to give the coordinates at 0, 20 enter, then select the angle option and 90 degrees, and now switch back to the line type, enter. Now we have to move up 100 millimeters, so at 0, 100 enter, then switch back to the arc command, A enter, center CE enter, give the coordinates as at -20, 0 enter, then the angle A enter to be 90, enter, switch back to the line mode, L enter, and now let's check to see how much we go to the left, 60 millimeters. So give the command, the coordinates at -60, 0. Now we have to switch back to the arc, A enter, the arc mode, then center CE, and now the coordinates are upward, so A0, 20 enter, and now for the angle A enter, -90 enter, to go like that, and L enter to switch to line mode again, and we have to go upward of 40, so at 0, 40 enter, then arc mode again, A enter, CE enter, at -20, 0 enter, A for angle and 90, L for line, then we have a small segment here at -10, 0, arc mode again, center again, at 0, -20, angle 90, line mode, and now all we have to do is go towards the bottom. We can do that by closing the outline with C enter, C enter, and this is the finished outline of our practice exercise. Now we have to figure out how to draw these circles around here. As you can see, they are placed all over the drawing, and we have to, on the one hand, calculate the coordinates for the origin point of the circles, but on the other hand we have these arcs that themselves have center points, so they are coincident. So we have to draw the circles, and we have to draw them based on their radius or their diameter and based on snapping to the center of the existing arcs. So let's do just that. Give the circle command, then CEN to snap to the center, then touch an arc, click, and as you can see, it asks for the radius, but we have the diameter, so D enter, and then 20 enter. we did our first circle. Now the next one is similar. C enter, CEN to snap to the center of the arc. Touch the arc to highlight the center. Click. D enter for diameter 20 and repeat for the last time. C for circle enter, CEN enter, touch the arc, click, D for diameter 20 enter. And this is the finished practice exercise. To start this exercise, we have to think about our drawing here. We have a starting point that is given. Then we have to draw some lines and some arcs, and to end this outer contour here. Then fix these 3 circles based on this vertical coordinate. Then give the tangent lines for these 2 arcs and the big circle. Then we have a line with the length and at an angle, and we draw that to pinpoint this origin of the 2 circles, and to draw the tangents so that we may finish the drawing. So spline 60, 50, enter. 60, 0, enter. At 0, 10, enter. Then arc. And we have to look at the radius here is 10. So we want to give the center, CE enter, at 0, 10, enter. The angle will be 180, and switch back to line mode. Now we have to return with the 60. Then we have to draw another arc. Give the center. This time it will be at 0, -10. The angle of, because it's in this direction, still 180. Then switch to line mode. And then close. So we finished drawing this first part of the exercise. Now we have to pinpoint this center origin of the 3 circles. So this is, according to this vertical coordinate and the starting point, it will be at 60, 130. So we can give the circle command, and 60, 130. Now it is waiting for the radius here, and we have diameters. So a diameter of 20, so D for diameter 20 to finish the first smaller circle. Then the bigger one is 40, and the larger one is 80. So circle again, CEN for center, click the center, D for diameter 40. Repeat the command by tapping enter, then CEN, enter, then touch the circle and D for diameter of 80. And we found the 3 circles. Now we have to draw the tangent lines between this circle and this arc, and the same circle and the other arc. So let's do that. Line enter, TAN enter, click on the circle, and TAN enter again, and click on the other arc and enter. So that is the first tangent. And then L enter, TAN enter, click on the circle, TAN enter again, and click on the arc again. make the two tangent lines. Now we have to draw a line, so L enter, starting from the center of the circles, CEN enter and click, and this line needs to be 100 millimeters at a 60-degree angle. So we type in at 100 less than 60, enter, and enter again to pinpoint the center of the two circles here, one of diameter 10 and one of diameter 30. So we create the two circles, C for circle, enter, E and D enter to snap to the line, T enter 10, repeat, tap the enter key to repeat the command, C and enter, click, D enter 30 to draw the second circle here. So we have the two circles of 10 and 30 diameter, and now we have to draw the two tangent lines. So give the line command, TAN for tangent, click on this circle, then TAN for tangent and click on the other circle and enter, and repeat, line enter, TAN enter, click on the circle and TAN enter again and click on the other circle and tap enter to finish the line command. And so we have to take a look at the overall drawing and see we have two more circles to draw. They are both of diameter 10 and their centers coincide with the centers of these two arcs. So to do that, we give the circle command, then CEN and tap the arc here and give the diameter, D enter 10, and repeat the last command by hitting enter, then CEN enter, touch the arc, and then D for diameter and 10, enter to finish the drawing.